Number 1. This isn't just a 1968 Dodge Charger. This is a full-throttle, no-compromise tribute to raw American muscle. Built over the course of 2 intense years, this Charger started life as a blank slate and was transformed into an R/T-style street machine, now powered by a monstrous, hand-built 528 cubic inch Hemi V8. Let's talk numbers and muscle. At its heart is a Cali's iron block, fitted with a forged rotating assembly, Icon pistons, Edelbrock aluminum heads, and a brawler 950 CFM carburetor feeding that fire-breathing Gen 2 Hemi. The engine breathes through TT headers, electronic cutouts, and a 3-inch Dynamax exhaust system. Backed by an aeromotive fuel system and MSD ignition, this setup cranks out an estimated 625 horsepower, enough to plant you deep in the seat and leave nothing but tire smoke behind. Power flows through a performance-built TorqueFlite 727 3-speed automatic and into a strange engineering Dana 60 rear end, featuring 35 spline axles, a limited slip differential, and 3.55:1 gears. Every bit of this drivetrain was built for punishment and precision. But this Charger doesn't just go fast. It's been engineered to handle it. The Hotchkiss TVS suspension kit includes a reworked front sway bar, lowering leaf springs, subframe connectors, and updated shocks. Out back, Caltrax traction bars and Nitto drag radials keep all that power planted to the pavement, while Willwood 4-wheel disc brakes with 12.9-inch rotors and an 8-master cylinder bring everything back under control. And it rides on 63 Series 15-inch steel wheels by Wheel Vintiques, complete with period-correct dogdish hubcaps and wrapped in BF Goodrich radial T-slash as up front and sticky Nitto and T555 RII drag rubber in the rear. On the outside, this beast is dressed to impress. A 6-pack style hood, LED lighting, and red transfers R/T stripes add aggression to the deep black paint. Hideaway headlights have been converted to electric, and all exterior chrome, trim, and glass have been replaced or restored. This Charger is just as much a visual knockout as it is a mechanical one. Inside the cabin, it's all business, with just enough modern comfort. You'll find black vinyl bucket seats, a B&M shifter, and Dakota digital gauges tucked into a refreshed dash. A wood-rimmed R/T steering wheel adds a touch of vintage flair, while a retro sound head unit powers a full diamond audio sound system, complete with multi-channel amp and a 10-inch subwoofer. It's all wired with a new American Auto wire harness, and the battery has been cleanly relocated to the trunk for better balance and function. This car was acquired by the seller before the build began in 2022, and every component, from the underbody protection coating to the custom brake lines, was meticulously planned and executed. Now located in Nevada, this 528 Hemi Power 1968 Dodge Charger is offered with build records, a service manual, and a clean Montana title. With only 1,000 miles on the odometer since completion, it's essentially a new car wrapped in a legendary body. This is more than a restomod, more than a tribute. This is a modern muscle weapon in classic armor, hand-built to dominate the street, turn heads at any show, and remind the world what real horsepower feels like. Number 2. Up for admiration, and already spoken for, this legendary 1969 Dodge Charger R/T 4-speed. A true icon of American muscle, this R/T underwent a meticulous refurbishment completed in 2016 and continues to turn heads with its menacing black-on-black aesthetic, accented by bold red tail striping. From its factory origins in yellow, Y2, this Charger was repainted in sleek black around 2014, blending aggressive style with classic R/T elements, hideaway headlights, chrome bumpers, dual exhausts, and hood-mounted turn signal indicators, recently restored in late 2024. Sitting on satin black American Racing Vector SE 15-inch wheels, wrapped in BF Goodrich tires, it commands attention from every angle. Under the hood lies a formidable replacement 440 Ci V8, installed in 2016, featuring a Comcams camshaft, Holley carburetor, Edelbrock intake, and MSD ignition. Power is delivered through a 4-speed manual transmission and assured grip limited slip differential with a John Baker cover, tuned for performance and built to last. The unmistakable rumble flows through a Dynamax dual exhaust system, making its presence known long before it arrives. Inside, the cabin offers a period-correct feel with black vinyl bucket seats, wood grain trim center console, a Hurst shifter, lap belts, and a matching black dashboard. Instrumentation includes a 150 miles per hour speedometer, autometer touch, SunPro voltage gauge, and all the essential readouts for serious driving. While the AM radio is non-functional, and the driver's seat and console show where this car's soul is in its performance. Recent maintenance includes a new battery, fuel gauge sender, and oil change, along with minor mechanical adjustments to keep it running smooth. This Charger R/T is not only a beautifully modified tribute to the golden age of muscle, but also a mechanically sound powerhouse with documented service history, offered with spare parts, car cover, and a corrected Illinois title. An unmistakable American classic, born to drive, built to dominate. Number 3. Step back into 1968, a year when style, muscle, and attitude came together in one of the most iconic silhouettes ever put on American pavement. This is the 1968 Dodge Charger. It's every bit the head-turner was meant to be, only now restored, refined, and ready to rule the road once more. Freshly repainted in its factory-correct PP1 bright red in July 2024, this Charger wears its color with pride, set off by a period-correct black vinyl top, re-chromed bumper guards, and refreshed trim throughout. The hideaway headlights and round side marker lamps offer that unmistakable Dodge styling, sleek, aggressive, and full of late 60s attitude. Riding on body-color 15-inch steel wheels with vintage-style redline hubcaps, the Charger grips the pavement with a fresh set of Firestone Supersports FR70 tires, mounted in 2024. Power steering makes for a smooth cruise, while braking is handled by overhauled 4-wheel drum brakes, 11-inch up front and 10 in the rear. A larger diameter sway bar has been fitted to sharpen the handling without sacrificing comfort. Under the hood, you'll find a 318 CI V8, overhauled under prior ownership and upgraded with a mild performance camshaft. The engine was repainted in 2024 and breathes through a dual exhaust system featuring Flowmaster mufflers, giving this Mopar a throaty, vintage rumble. An electronic ignition system has been installed for improved reliability, though components from the original AC system have been removed. Power is sent to the rear wheels via a 3-speed automatic transmission and a 2.76:1 open rear differential, making this a confident highway cruiser with that unmistakable V8 soundtrack. Inside, the cabin has been refreshed with new foam and black vinyl upholstery on the low-back front bucket seats, along with color-matched carpets, door panels, armrests, and more, all redone in 2024. The full-length console houses a floor-mounted gear selector, and while the factory AM radio and clock are currently inoperative, the rest of the cabin remains a time capsule of classic Charger design. The original 3-spoke steering wheel sits in front of a 150 miles per hour speedometer and a full suite of factory gauges. The 5-digit odometer shows just 2,100 miles, but it's rolled over, with approximately 200 miles added under current ownership. Backing up its originality, the fender tag reveals its authentic Charger DNA. XP29, Premium Charger Hardtop. 318 V8 with a 2-barrel carb. 3-speed automatic transmission. Black vinyl bucket seats with console. AM radio, tinted glass, and air conditioning from the factory. PP1 red paint with Y6 black vinyl top. This Charger comes with records, a car cover, and some bonus parts including painted valve covers and a 4-barrel intake manifold. Ideal for those looking to take this mild-mannered Mopar to the next level. Now offered with a clean California title, this 1968 Dodge Charger is a turnkey classic with fresh updates and unmistakable curb appeal. Whether you're cruising to the local car show or just enjoying a summer sunset on the boulevard, this Charger is built to be seen, heard, and admired. Number 4. Born at the dawn of the muscle car revolution, This 1966 Dodge Charger represents the very first year Dodge dared to combine muscle and style in such bold proportions. In this example, it's not just clean, it's packing one of the most legendary engines of all time. Finished in a factory-correct bright red, this Charger was repainted prior to the seller's acquisition in 2016, and since then, it has undergone a careful, performance-focused refresh that highlights the best of what the Charger nameplate stood for. Under the hood lives a rebuilt 426 cubic inch Hemi V8, 4.030-inch over and professionally overhauled by Redline Performance in Maine. Upgrades include new valves, a Mopar purple shaft camshaft, and rebuilt dual 4-barrel carburetors that feed the fire. The result? A true street legend brought back to life. Power is channeled through a classic TorqueFlite 3-speed automatic transmission, with torque sent to the pavement via a Sure Grip limited slip differential, recently serviced and ready to put the power down. But this isn't just about what's under the hood. The styling is quintessential mid-60s Mopar. Concealed headlights with rebuilt motors, re-chromed bumpers, dual exhaust tips, and faux quarter-panel scoops under a sweeping fastback roofline. Rolling on factory-style 14-inch steel wheels with covers and thin white wall Hankook Optimo tires, this Charger stays true to its roots while standing tall on restored suspension and brakes. Inside, the black interior has been revived with retrimmed front and rear bucket seats, new carpeting, and a fresh headliner. A full-length center console separates the seats, offering both style and functionality. Factory amenities include a push-button AM radio, a heater, and that iconic electroluminescent gauge cluster, rebuilt by the gauge dock and glowing with 1960s innovation. The dash features a 150 miles per hour speedometer, tachometer, and auxiliary gauges, with a 5-digit odometer showing just 63,000 miles, 500 of which were added under current ownership. From the restored drum brake components at all four corners to the nostalgic hum of the Hemi through dual pipes, this Charger blends originality with tasteful performance upgrades. While some underbody corrosion and trunk rust are noted, this car remains a solid example of Mopar's first fastback flagship. Now offered with a detailed list of work performed and a clean Colorado title in the seller's name. This 1966 Dodge Charger 426 Hemi is a rare opportunity to own a piece of muscle car history, restored, respected, and ready to turn heads on the road or on the show field. Number 5. West Coast Classics proudly presents an exceptional example of Mopar history. This 1966 Dodge Charger 318 V8 Fastback, a beautifully restored, rust-free icon finished in its rare factory original color mauve poly with a pristine white bucket seat interior and signature fastback styling. From a moment it arrived in 1966, the Charger was a sensation, Dodge's bold response to the Ford Mustang and Plymouth Barracuda, but built on a grander scale. With its aggressive stance, hidden headlights, and sweeping roofline, this first-generation Charger stood out from the crowd, and still does today. This particular example has been garage-kept, cherished, and meticulously maintained, boasting original solid floorboards, trunk, and all typical rust-prone areas completely intact. There are no signs of any prior damage, a testament to decades of careful ownership. Under the hood beats the heart of a 318 cubic inch V8, paired to a 3-speed TorqueFlite automatic transmission. It delivers smooth, confident power and a sound that's unmistakably vintage V8. The car drives straight, shifts seamlessly, and stays cool under all conditions. A true turnkey cruiser that performs as good as it looks. Step inside and you're welcomed by a rare quad bucket seat layout, with rear seats that fold flat for extra utility. A futuristic concept in its day. The cabin retains its original charm, featuring a center console-mounted factory clock, immaculate chrome detailing, original carpeting, and an unblemished dash and headliner. Factory-correct wheels and period tires complete the look, preserving the authenticity of this striking Charger. Recent restoration work has elevated it to show quality condition while retaining its originality. With classic 1960s styling, strong drivability, and low production numbers, this 66 Charger isn't just another classic. It's a statement piece and a wise investment. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a muscle car enthusiast looking for your next weekend driver, this Charger checks all the boxes. Rare, restored, respected. This 1966 Dodge Charger is ready to impress, on the road or on display. Number 6. Up for grabs, a slice of pure American muscle history. The 1967 Dodge Charger, now offered in stunning condition and ready for the road. Finished in a deep blue exterior with a contrasting white interior, this California-born classic radiates vintage charm and muscle car presence. With its iconic fastback profile, dramatic lines, and unmistakable style, the 67 Charger is a bold expression of Dodge's golden era performance. Under the hood, a legendary 440 cubic inch, 7.2-liter V8, topped with an Edelbrock 4-barrel carburetor, delivering the kind of raw power and deep-throated rumble that defined a generation. Paired to an automatic transmission and equipped with power steering, this car is just as easy to cruise as it is thrilling to open up on the highway. And those details, they matter. You'll find hideaway headlights, classic chrome bumpers and trim, chrome hubcaps, and a beautifully simple 3-spoke steering wheel. Inside, a full-length center console adds both functionality and retro flair, while manual crank windows remind you this machine comes from a hands-on era of driving. Everything about this Charger is mechanically sound. It starts, runs, and drives just as it should. It's not just a car, it's a rolling time capsule. Whether you're a lifelong Mopar enthusiast or just started your collection, this 1967 Charger checks every box. Power, heritage, and undeniable curb appeal. Now offered at $34,750 US. This timeless classic is more than a car. It's a statement. A head-turner. A true piece of American automotive legacy. Don't miss your chance to own this beautiful, left-hand drive 1967 Dodge Charger. A machine that captures the spirit of the muscle car era and won't soon be forgotten. Number 7. This is not your average 1970 Dodge Charger. This is a fully reimagined classic, a Hellcat-powered monster, resurrected from a bare rolling shell into one of the most aggressive and eye-catching restomods to ever hit the streets and the SEMA floor. Purchased in 2023 as nothing more than a stripped-down body, this Charger was completely reborn by the current seller, transformed into a show-ready build that made its debut at SEMA 2023 as a promotional vehicle for Lexani performance tires. Let's start with the bodywork, because this isn't just a restoration. This is a statement. The body was widened 5 full inches with flared quarter panels and custom arches. A carbon fiber roof overlay gives it the vintage look of vinyl with a lightweight edge of modern tech. The paint is a deep gloss black, accented by a bold red grille insert, subtle rear stripes, and sinister Hellcat badging. The front end keeps things clean and aggressive with concealed headlights, painted bumpers, and hood pins that remind you this Charger means business. But what really sets this car apart isn't just what you see, it's what you feel. Under the hood sits the heart of a modern beast. A 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8 straight out of a 2016 Challenger SRT Hellcat. It's paired with an 8-speed TorqueFlite automatic transmission and the entire drivetrain, including the wiring harness and radiator, was sourced from Cleveland Power and Performance in Ohio. That power is delivered to the rear wheels through a rebuilt 8.75-inch rear end, with a custom limited slip differential by Drive Shaft Pro, who also built the custom drive shaft and axles. Supporting all that performance is a fully upgraded chassis featuring Ride-Tech Air shocks, a triangulated 4-link rear suspension, Hotchkiss subframe connectors, and a QA1 front sway bar, bringing it all to a confident stop. Massive Willwood 14-inch drilled and slotted rotors on all 4 corners. And then there's the rolling gear, 20-inch Strasse forged multi-piece wheels, polished lips with carbon fiber centers, wrapped in ultra-sticky Lionheart LH5 tires. This car doesn't just look fast, it is fast. Slide inside, and the interior is a blend of classic craftsmanship and modern muscle. Saddle brown leather meets black suede, with diamond-stitched inserts throughout the seats, dash, and door panels. A center console borrowed from a modern Challenger ties it all together. There's no climate control, but you won't care once you hit that push-button ignition and hear this thing growl to life. The Hellcat-sourced digital instrument cluster puts everything in front of you. A red 200 miles per hour speedometer, 7,000 RPM touch, and a customizable digital screen. The steering wheel is wrapped in leather and features functional paddle shifters for when you want full control of all that torque. Even the audio system is next level. In the trunk, you'll find three 10-inch Kenwood E-Sealant subwoofers, seamlessly integrated around the concealed Ride-Tech Air suspension system, protected by a custom AirPod cover. Gold thermal insulation wraps the firewall and underside, keeping the heat down and performance up. And Hooker long-tube headers channel all that Hemi fury through a dual exhaust system with a crossover pipe that delivers a deep, aggressive tone you'll feel in your chest. After the build was completed, this Charger saw just around 800 miles of use, but the odometer reads over 66,000 from its original donor car. True mileage? Unknown. But make no mistake, this machine is fresh, ferocious, and absolutely unforgettable. On May 9th, 2025, this one-of-a-kind Hellcat-powered 1970 Dodge Charger sold for a commanding $151,500. And for good reason. It's not just a muscle car. It's not just a Restomod. It's a fusion of heritage, horsepower, and high-end craftsmanship. This is the Charger redefined. A timeless icon reborn with fire-breathing fury. Number 8. Up for grabs, a true icon of American muscle. This 1968 Dodge Charger, fully restored and roaring with power and presence. Completed in summer 2022, the restoration brought this classic back to life, blending raw vintage appeal with modern performance. Under the hood, a professionally overhauled 360 Ci V8, stroked out to 6.8 liters, 408 cubic inches, and delivering over 400 horsepower. The kind of power that plants you in the seat and puts a smile on your face every time you hit the throttle. The 727 automatic transmission, also rebuilt in the US alongside the engine, shifts with confidence and smooth response. Exactly what you want from a proper Mopar setup. With just 98,880 kilometers on the odometer, this Charger drives as good as it looks. Visually, the car is in excellent condition, with clean body lines, restored trim, and an unmistakable 60s muscle car attitude. The attention to detail from the full restoration is evident in every panel and curve. Registered as a historic vehicle in Lithuania, it's not just a car. It's a piece of certified automotive history. And if you're not in Lithuania, no problem. With classic car delivery worldwide since 2008, shipping is smooth and affordable. Europe from just €500, UK from €1,000, USA from $2,500. Whether you're a collector, enthusiast, or someone chasing the dream of owning a real-deal muscle car, this 1968 Dodge Charger offers a turnkey experience. Powerful, restored, and ready for the road. Location: Lithuania. Your Charger is waiting. Number 9. Presenting this brutally powerful and unmistakably bold 1970 Dodge Charger 500, powered by a custom-built 505 cubic inch stroker V8. This isn't your average Mopar. This beast has been engineered for serious performance and unmistakable street presence. Finished in an eye-catching metallic blue with a contrasting white bumblebee stripe, this Charger rides on classic 15-inch chrome Kragar S/S wheels, tubbed rear wells, and an aggressive fiberglass six-pack style hood. Details like hideaway headlights, chrome trim, and a sculpted stance hint at what's lurking underneath. At its heart is a 505 CI stroker V8, built using a 440 CI block and loaded with high-performance internals, Eagle crank and rods, SRP pistons, comp camshaft, and Edelbrock RPM heads. A quick fuel 950 CFM carburetor feeds a ported Mopar high-rise intake, while MSD ignition and a Griffin aluminum radiator keep the power flowing and temps cool. Supporting systems include a 7-quart oil pan, roller rockers, and electric cutouts for that full-throttle roar on command. Power is channeled through a modified TorqueFlite 3-speed automatic with a reverse valve body, 3,500 RPM stall converter, and a Sure Grip 4.10:1 limited slip differential, all built to launch hard and hold strong. Underneath, it rides on super stock leaf springs, torque arms, and upgraded suspension components. Braking is handled by front discs and rear drums, and a driveshaft safety loop keeps things secure. Inside, the cabin stays true to its roots with blue vinyl bucket seats, wood grain trim, and a center console. Modern touches include a retro sound stereo, aftermarket speakers, and Mopar-branded gauges. The factory light package adds extra convenience, although the speedometer, ammeter, and AOC system are currently non-functional, and some trim shows age, but the soul of this Charger is all performance. Acquired in 2021, this Charger comes with service records, 1971 sales documentation, owner's manual, spare parts, and a clean Michigan title. Lien payoff required before transfer. With its show-quality looks, street-dominating performance, and undeniable Mopar pedigree, this 1970 Charger 500 isn't just a muscle car. It's a street legend, rebuilt and reborn for the next generation of throttle-happy gearheads. Turn the key, hit the cutouts, and hold on. Number 10. Introducing this head-turning 1972 Dodge Charger Special Edition. Drenched in jet black with striking white flames, highlighted by gleaming chrome trim that captures the essence of raw American muscle. This vintage beast doesn't just look aggressive, it is aggressive. Popping the hood reveals a fire-breathing Dyer supercharged V8 engine, fitted with dual Edelbrock 4-barrel carburetors and paired to a smooth-shifting automatic transmission. A Dyer dual blower boldly protrudes from the hood, while a rear wheelie bar hints at the power this machine can unleash. It's built to impress, featuring a split grille, ducktail spoiler, dual exhausts, 15-inch steel wheels wrapped in Goodyear rubber, and classic chrome bumpers. Inside, you're welcomed by a black bucket seat interior, retro analog clock, vintage radio, dual side mirrors, and a 3-spoke steering wheel that invites you to take control. Mechanically sound and visually unforgettable, this Charger SE is more than a car. It's a rolling symbol of 1970s American performance. If you're after iconic design and serious power, this classic could be yours for $29,950 US.